Good. Good.
Sorry.
God damn. You have some dedicated shelf of your books? Here. Well, we'll take it downstairs now. नीचे ले ले.
So yeah.
एकदम हैप्पी पीछे वहाँ भी कितना है सर?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
No photo sir.
Yeah. So yeah.
नंदिता मैम सेंटर में. नंदिता मैम.
लेफ्ट साइड मैम योर राइट साइड.
नंदिता मैम सेंटर. नंदिता मैम. मैम ये मैम थोड़ा.
मैम लेफ्ट में.
मैम ये मैम.
थोड़ा लेफ्ट में. नंदिता लेफ्ट में. राइट.
मैम ये मैम.
इनके साथ चलिए.
हाँ ठीक है.
मैम सेंटर में. मैम यहाँ पे सामने. मैम सेंटर.
अच्छा 1 मिनट राइट से लेफ्ट देखना. ओके वरुण.
मैम ये मैम. मैम ये.
Yeah. Oh.
राइट में करा.
मैम एक सोलो करना है.
वो नहीं बड़ा.
सर
थोड़ा पीछे.
ऐसा कर प्रॉपर करना. ठीक. थोड़ा फ्लैट. स्टार्ट फ्रॉम राइट.
मैम here. मैम राइट here. मैम here मैम. लेफ्ट कॉर्नर. मैम here.
सेंटर.
मैम सेंटर.
नंदिता मैम 2 मिनट का.
मैम here मैम.
पानी पूरी.
की वजह से आपको
नंदिता मैम जो किया. एक सोलो मैं 2 मिनट. मैं बाहर में. 2 मिनट सर. ऐसा चलेगा. सोलो.
मैम reset.
I am great. I am fabulous. Can you please have a round of applause? Yes. Okay. So we're here for the book launch of the first story. And we have with us today Varun and Nandita Das and Malini Nair from Leadstar. And I'll quickly introduce them to you. Varun Gwalani is a 22-year many years now and has spoken about it in many conferences, events and for many organizations. Also Varun suggested that instead of having claps, if we could... Great. Nandita Das, I will try and do some justice, is an actress and director best known for her trade like fire.
No, sorry. You know they are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, and something about Leadstar. Leadstar Publishing is a leading publishing house featuring distinguished authors and writers at both national and international levels. Several Leadstar authors have won major literary prizes such as Sahitya Akademi State Literary Awards and the Gnanapith Award, as well as regularly being long-listed Asian Literary Prize. And Malini Nair is the...
Stand up. Try not to fall.
आप लोग इधर आ जाइए.
दो पुणे वाले नंदिता मैडम उनको.
एक मिनट सर.
अरे यार. अब आप लोग जरा बैठ जाइए ना प्लीज. तो मूविंग है. We can move. We don't have to freeze for them. ठीक है, हो गया आपका. That's a good thing. Thank you. And for the people. Thank you.
Cover. I didn't know I was going to go blind today. That was not.
The deal, my dear.
That was not on my agenda.
They'll see more empty chairs, but that's not good. You should have shorter people, some people. Then Shraddha, Yashwinder, Debs.
Yeah, so.
It looks
Okay.
like there's nobody there.
Since we've unveiled the books now, I would like for us to start with what Malini ma'am has to say.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome and thanks for coming to Varun's book launch. We've published, this is the second book of Varun Gwalani that we've published. We were also publishers of Believe, that was his debut novel. One theme, though they're very different books, one theme that runs across his writing, you will, in this very young author, you will see somebody who's seen life beyond his years. In this particular book, it's tragic, it's evocative, there is humor, there is hope. Everyone will relate to some part of it. Like I said, you will at times not believe the age of the author, which is, I think, a good thing in this case. I'm actually not the best person to really talk about the book or the author. The best way is to hear from the author himself, I think. So I'll actually hand over the mic to Varun. Please say something about the book and
yourself.
Myself. Okay.
Just take this. This is working. Just take this.
To bed. अच्छा ठीक है. बैठ जाओ. Okay.
Careful. You okay? It's already done. Use this. This is what? It's on the edge.
Like my life.
Mine too.
So, hello everybody. Thank you for coming. Miss Das, thank you especially for coming. You should see how insane her schedule is. She's shooting an excellent film right now, which I should watch when it's released. Yeah. Nobody asked me to say that. I'm saying that of my own free volition. Just say.
Paid him for it, but
So, it's very hard to describe exactly what this book is or what this book means to me. But I'll start off with a very simple question. Why do I believe in miracles? I believe in miracles because of this tiny little book here. Because about 2 years ago, I was just a guy in his room in the middle of the night, believing that he would never see this book published, that this book would never see the light of day. And because of that, the fact that this book was out at all is very special to me. The fact that I was able to survive, that it was able to get published, is in and of itself a miracle to me. So, if you want to know the story of how the book was written, the best way to do that is actually to read it, because the story that the book goes through is the story of writing the book. So I'll tell that's the best way to know it. I'll tell you the second best way, and this is something that I realized myself while writing it, is that because mental illness a lot of the time is like being trapped in a glass cage, and because you're trapped in that cage, you can see everything happening around you, but you cannot ever talk to anyone. No one will be able to hear you. You will just be talking through to that glass, and everybody will be walking by you. And one day you will turn and you look and you'll see that there is a treasure beyond that glass. There is a beautiful, beautiful treasure beyond that glass, but you cannot reach it. So you will start to crave it. You will cut yourself in longing. You will strip away every part of your bone in pain and agony until one day you will find that you cannot strip away anymore. Until you find that in that longing you have stripped away to your barest essentials. And then you will look around you one day, and all around you there will be treasure. And you will find that that window you were looking through into the world has now become a mirror. You have become the object of your longing. You have become what you long for. And I think that is essentially what is art, the creation of art, that is the journey that I like to think I have portrayed in this book. And it's because I have felt so deeply, because I have cut away every single part of myself to write this book. I know that it is honest, it is true, and most of all, I think that it's accessible. The protagonist is genderless, nameless, faceless, completely first person. And it goes through the entire book that way, and the chapters change along with the emotions of the protagonist. So it's written in different genres, it's written in different style. It's to reflect the complete human experience that you go through. Rage, pain, happiness, ecstasy. All of it is represented here because all of it is what I felt during that time. And because of that, I have found that people ranging from LGBTQ to mental health, mentally ill people rather, all of them have related to this book in some way or another because they see their own struggle in it and they see a way to be truthful in it. And I found that the best way to find the truth then is to be truthful. And that is what I have tried in my own small way to do from this book. And this book, which is such a case study in loneliness, which is all about loneliness, I found that it has somehow connected me to more people than I would have thought possible. It has become a way to eradicate loneliness from where I started. So it's gone in a circle. Sorry, this one.
That's why we snap.
And to celebrate that interconnectedness, I would just like to read one passage.
No, I got it's right here.
When we decide to tell a story, when we decide to listen to a story, we become part of something bigger than ourselves. We become part of a community that heard that story 100 years ago or will hear it tomorrow. The story never really changes because the circle keeps turning. No matter how much we change or advance or distance ourselves from our past, our humanity will never change, our ability to feel. Stories remind us of this, and when we share in them, we become truly equal because they remind us of parts of ourselves we've forgotten. Parts we thought we never shared with anyone. We finally remember that we're not really alone, that the pain we're feeling is being felt by someone, somewhere else, and that's surviving, that we can too, and maybe we can survive together. It helps us believe that by the very telling and the listening of these stories, we enable that survival together. We become less lonely because we have someone there for us, someone who understands. That horrible, horrible pain we carry around with us every moment we live, of being alone, not just physically, but alone, trapped in our own minds, unable to understand ourselves, manifests itself. Suddenly we're able to express the most human of feelings, to finally express our deepest loves, share our darkest fears, expunge our worst sorrows. And we can rest easy with the fact that someone, anyone, even generations from now, can see exactly what we see, feel exactly what we feel, and it helps us go on. It makes us human. I think that's pretty damn magical.
Yeah.
Now if you would want to say anything.
Firstly, I'm really happy being here, Varun, despite the fact that I had to leave a lot of work and wait the traffic. This is the first time I'm at a book launch where I haven't read the book. Usually I never release a book if you don't read it. That's just unfair to do. But I'm doing it because of Varun, because of the faith that I have in Varun. He's a very special person, as you already probably know from his reading and the way he talks. I think all of us are so caught up in our little worlds that seldom do we see connection between our lives and others, between the importance of compassion, the importance of being connected to your own emotion, the ability that he has to express, and to be comfortable with many different contradictions. So he came in as an intern with me, and it's been only a few months, and we have had some incredible conversations during the lunchtime. And he would, you leave him alone and he's all bored and he doesn't want to work. So I have to sometimes tell him that, do I have to keep entertaining you by talking to you? Can you not do these assignments? So he thrives with people. And everything is written on his face. So when he says honest, he really means it. He's extremely transparent. And the first meeting that we had when I was thinking whether I should hire him or not, he started with, the whole thing about his OCD and mental illness. And there was something so candid and straightforward and non-apologetic about it that I thought that is the way we need to deal with mental illness. It is a particular kind of illness, like we have all other illnesses. There are cures for it. You're not all gone. In our kind of society, we don't even have the right vocabulary. We don't even know how to deal with it. We are all either it's hushed or there's a discomfort. We just don't have conversations about these things. And here was this 22-year-old who not only had conversations, he seemed to have too many answers. Sometimes I had to remind him, you're just 22, okay? You still have a long way to go. So he's a wonderful mix of a child and an old soul. And that's the reason I'm here. Because he also has a very compassionate heart. So while one can see that, okay, when you're OCD and you're all with yourself but he has a deep desire to also share, a deep sensitivity towards others, and I think that's also somewhere that drives him. And that's something we all need to have more and more. So I don't know what mental illness is. I think we all have some kind of illness, some kind of idiosyncrasies. Some express it more openly, some don't. And I think these kind of books which are very personal and yet universal, like he said, it's genderless, faceless, nameless. It doesn't narrow you down. It kind of makes you feel that this could be me. I've just read parts of it which he had earlier sent to me as part of the synopsis. But just the idea is very powerful. And he's someone who's bringing strong thoughts and also finding poetry in it. Even the way he talks, I'm sure you find there is he's good with words, he's good with thoughts. So it's a wonderful journey, and all of us need each other. If somebody is doing anything magical, wonderful, different, new, I think we all need to help each other. And that's how I see it, that we always pay forward. You help me, I don't have to help you, I can help somebody else. And so that's how we just continue, and he's definitely part of that journey. His empathy, whether it's for the LGBT community, his thoughts on feminism. Very few young men are talking about feminism in the way Varun talks. It's very refreshing. And that's why I think I'm here, that's why you all are here. And congratulations, Varun.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to write many more books, you're going to have many more journeys, and he's also part of the film that I'm making, Manto team. He sometimes has 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but I know he's going to be part of this journey, and it's wonderful to have you on it. Thank you.
Take this. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, hi.
The answer to that question is actually in the next para from the passage I was reading. So it goes, the first storyteller was the first dreamer. He had a dream, he had a vision of how he wanted the world to be, and he molded it into that vision. And because he molded it into that vision, it became reality through the very act of telling the story. So the protagonist, from the beginning, he's just a simple storyteller, but towards the end, he starts to believe that he's the first storyteller because he's the first person to do something in a cycle of many people doing it first. If that makes sense to anyone.
I think.
Yeah, and a question to Varun.
Yes.
Since you're 22-year-old, so how the concept of writing arrived into your thinking? कि मेरे को writer बनना है.
So writing isn't like a profession you choose. You don't wake up one day and say you become a writer. You are a writer or you're not.
Obviously, someone is a writer, but how the idea arrived? कि
So-
I want to write a book.
Yeah, so the thing about writing was that it wasn't an act of simple just writing or doing it for art or whatever. I had to do it to survive. I had to do it because without it I would not be alive, literally. It was a way of expressing myself in a time where I could not express myself in any other way, in any other form to anybody else. And one thing about my illness is that I craved that. That was literally one of my symptoms. I craved validation and I couldn't get it because I couldn't communicate. So I had to write to break out of that circle. That was my only choice.
So, wanted to understand at what age did you decide that you will be writing a book? How much time did it take? And what really triggered you to, write it? Because many people don't want to write books. They have everything in their minds. They sometimes feel like it, but actually sitting down and writing a book and taking that leap in that, deep water, whatever you call it, really an achievement.
So I started writing properly at 15. I wrote about 100 stories before I started my first book. Then I wrote a few more and I started my second. And this was over the span of from 15 to 21, I'm saying. And again, I wrote all of these books because I had to. Writing was a way of expressing things. Writing was an act of therapy, a way of putting all the thoughts that I had inside my head, all the noise inside my head, order it to create it, and then put it down in a way that made sense. It was a way of making sense of life in the way.
Give us your gyan.
Yes.
How do you think it fits in, or what was it like for you?
This is a fun question. So, I think that the Indian writing scene is in a very unique position this way. I think all Indian art is in a very unique position at this point because we essentially have two kinds of books that sell. One are the Booker Prize winners and the elite books, and the others are the ones that claim to appeal to the masses, but just pander to them, essentially. So, I'm not going to name the authors, everyone here knows them. Everyone who knows me knows my distaste for them. So, then, you said it, not me. You said it. So, anyway. So, I think what we need to do now is that we need to really start a middle kind of way, middle literature, like I like to call it. A way in which we can talk about books that are gripping, enthralling, but also make you think. Don't pander to you. Don't treat you like you are a child who's just learning how to read. Books are capable of that. There are good books and we need to encourage that. For example, in this book, I have everything from Harry Potter references to Eastern postmodernism. But you don't need to know, you'll get one or the other. And it doesn't take away your experience from reading of all of it. You'll get something. There's something for everyone. And there is a way to create emotional books, emotional journeys that are accessible to everyone, but are also good enough to read.
Yeah, one more question. If mostly novels are created into movies, so if your first storyteller is converted into a movie, so whom you would like to say a lead protagonist?
Oh God. Yourself.
No.
It is faceless gender.
I'm not that narcissistic. If I had to do a lead protagonist,
Yeah. Whom you would like to see as a lead protagonist?
There is no answer to that question because I would want the lead protagonist to be different people. I would want different people to play the same person at different points in the series.
From the current, any known names?
No, I haven't thought of that. No. Casting directors can call me, I'll tell them.
Now
We
you know all
have
the
a couple
lingo.
of
Yeah, now I
other
know.
questions, but if you could please wait for, yeah.
I don't know. Good evening, ma'am. Hi, Varun. Hi, hello, ma'am.
Hello. Quite a interesting journey, I should say, in that I had to create a character that had no defining character, that was emotionally very, very defined, but at the same time was not defined in any features. So it had to be, it could either be a man or a woman. That's why the protagonist falls in love 3 times. First time with a man, second time with a woman, third time with an androgynous creature. So you don't even know his sexuality in that way. Then, so when he's interacting with other people, he is only insulted or abused. He is othered in a lot of ways. He is made to be an outsider by anyone who meets him, and in that way, he becomes a caricature himself. Now, to tell you an interesting story, since Ms. Das said feminism, I do this experiment with a lot of people I meet. I tell them, okay, I've told you this book. Now, who did you imagine the main character as? Usually tell me some kind of man, some kind of man, sometimes looking like me, sometimes looking like someone they know. So I say this person who has completely universal features. You think it's a man. Now try and imagine the same person as a woman. And they say, no, we can't do it. There's more involved in being a woman. And I say, but why is there more involved in being a woman than being a man if the defining characteristics of them both are the same? There is an implicit bias to assume that any universal character is a man. And if you read the book closely enough, if you examine it closely enough, you will see that implicit bias coming out as you read it as well.
That deserves clicks of the fingers.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Go for it.
Since I've read the book and you speak extensively about circles and you speak about the otherness and you speak about so many different things, but with a common thread of connectivity. Right? Like somehow everybody is included and a circle is not just a completion of a journey, but that hug, that includes everybody. So could you tell me more about this?
So, the thing is that when you write a book without features, when you write a book that has a character whose only journey is an emotional journey, you automatically start to see the connections. And this is fun fact, it's not actually fun, but because of the illness that I had, I connected anyone to anything. I used to actually have these challenges with my friends where they could tell me 2 words and I would connect and make a story around it. Because once you start to go down to your emotional level, once you start to go down to the baseline, right down to it, there is an emotional connection between people, between any kind of people. And even the most hateful people have a certain reason for why they're hateful. It's not about condoning their hatefulness. It's not about saying you support them. It's about understanding the reason of why they are hateful so that you can stop it from happening. And that is the main, because I was so involved in thinking about how other people thought about me, in wanting to know what other people thought about me, I started thinking like them. And because I started thinking like them, I started to understand what they were feeling. And because I understood what they were feeling, I realized that even though I was separated from them a lot of the time I was connected to them in a lot of ways. And that's why I can connect with anyone I meet, because there is something that they are feeling that I have felt at some point. And that is important, to know that the things you are feeling are felt by other people too. It's why I do this, why I write my book, it's why I write anything, to make sure that people realize that they aren't alone, that there is someone out there who will find them, who is looking out for them, who will continue to be there for them, because they have been there before as well.
This time.
Yeah.
It's got done.
Yeah, it's got, yes.
When did this awakening come to you? This is kind of an awakening from 20. I can't believe it.
Before we end, Varun's parents have a small token of love for Ms. Das.
Thank you.
They've heard a lot about you.
I've heard a lot about both of you. Thanks a lot for everything. Thanks for the No, pleasure.
Patronizing him.
No, I'm not. He's a very fast person.
Thank you
I
so
also
much.
kept telling him that. And he said you were happy that he was eating healthier food at my place.
Definitely.
Okay, thanks so much.
So
let's look in the middle of it. So that both के arms. Yeah.
नंदिता मैम बहुत बहुत स्वागत है इस कन्वर्सेशन में. सबसे पहले हम जानना चाहेंगे कि बलून का जो आइडिया आया था जब आपने सुना था इस टॉपिक के बारे में, इस बुक के बारे में, तो आपके सबसे पहले क्या ख्याल आया था और किस तरह से आपने
जब वरुण मेरे साथ काम करने लगे तो हम कई चीज़ों के बारे में बात करते थे, ख़ास तौर से लंच टाइम पे जब काम के बीच में ब्रेक होता है, और उससे पता चलता रहा कि वो किस तरह से सोचते हैं. वैसे तो 22 साल के हैं, लेकिन सोच उनकी काफ़ी गहरी है, और कई चीज़ें ऐसी थी जो हम दोनों के इंटरेस्ट की थी. यानी ह्यूमन माइंड है, किस तरह के रिश्ते होते हैं, एक फ़िलोसॉफिकल बेंड, एक लार्जर कुछ करने की एक इच्छा, लोगों के साथ कनेक्ट करना, तो ऐसी कई चीज़ें होती थी जिसके बारे में हम बात करते थे. और धीरे धीरे पता चलता रहा कि उनकी किताब में भी वही कंसर्न्स हैं, वही ह्यूमन जर्नी है. तो अभी तक मैंने किताब अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं पढ़ी है, लेकिन मैं ज़रूर पढ़ूँगी, उन्होंने मुझे दी है. तो इसी वजह से एक हमारा भी एक जुड़ाव रहा, एक पता चलता रहा कि उनके, क्योंकि किताब एक तरह से जैसे उन्होंने बताया कि उनकी अपनी जर्नी भी है और कई लोग जिनके साथ वो मिले उनकी भी है, तो एक तरह से कथासिस भी था, एक शेयरिंग भी था. तो वही चीज़ें बार बार हमारे कॉन्वर्सेशन में भी आती रही.
कोई भी किताब होती है, कोई भी प्ले होता है, किसी भी तरह के लिटरेचर में एक कैरेक्टर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट लगता है. नाम होता है, लेकिन ये नेमलेस है, फीचरलेस है. ये काफ़ी यूनिक आइडिया है. इसके बारे में आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
वरुण की एक बहुत डीप एम्पैथी है, यानी दूसरा जो हम जिसको कहते हैं दी अदरिंग, यू नो, कि किसी को हम हमेशा अपने से अलग पाते हैं तो उसको अलग हटा देते हैं, उसको अदर बोल देते हैं. पर उनकी जो दूसरे जो अदर जिनको हम करते रहते हैं, उनके साथ भी उनकी एक अलग तरह की सहानुभूति है, एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है. इसीलिए शायद उन्होंने सोचा कि एक नेमलेस, फेसलेस, जेंडरलेस कैरेक्टर हो, क्योंकि हम उसको जब नाम दे देते हैं तो उसको एक रिलीजन दे देते हैं, उसकी एक कास्ट दे देते हैं, उसको एक जेंडर बना देते हैं. तो हमारे पहले से जो अपने मन के प्रेजुडिसेस होते हैं कि आदमी है तो ऐसा होगा, औरत है तो ऐसा होगा, तो एक तरह से उन्होंने कैरेक्टर को इतना यूनिवर्सल बना दिया कि जो पढ़े वो अपने आप को उसमें पा सकता है. तो ये एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वालिटी है शायद, क्योंकि फाइनली हम ऐसी चीज़ों से, चाहे वो फिल्म हो चाहे वो किताब हो, ऐसी चीज़ों से जुड़ना चाहते हैं जहाँ पर हम उसको उससे रिलेट कर सकें, जहाँ हमें रेजोनेट हो वो चीज़ें. तो इस तरह से बहुत स्पेशल है.
यूनिक आइडिया का इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ से?
इंस्पिरेशन किधर से? जिंदगी से. हाँ,
ओके.
इंस्पिरेशन की चीज़ जैसे कुछ होती नहीं है, जो हमारे ज़िंदगी में होता रहता है वो हम लिखते हैं, वो हम एक्सप्रेस करते हैं.
इनकी हिंदी थोड़ी कमज़ोर है, इसलिए मैं हेल्प कर रही हूँ.
Ma'am, why do you think we talked about mental illness in a very hushed tone? So why do you think that even today people are not really ready to come out and discuss this topic out in the open?
देखिए हमारी सोसाइटी में कई चीज़ों के बारे में ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो हम हश्ड वे में करते हैं, जो हम जिसको कहते हैं शविंग अंडर द कार्पेट कर देते हैं, बिकॉज देयर इज़ अ डिस्कम्फर्ट। एक सोसाइटी, एक इंडिविजुअल तभी ग्रो कर सकता है जब इन चीज़ों के बारे में खुल के बात करे, जब इसके बारे में डिबेट हो, डिस्कशन हो, डायलॉग हो। और इसीलिए मेंटल इलनेस पे अनफॉर्चुनेटली इतना कम इन्फॉर्मेशन है, इतनी कम अवेयरनेस है। फैमिली स्ट्रगल करते हैं, उनको लगता है ये पता नहीं क्या एक हवा है। सो दैट्स वाई इट्स सो इम्पॉर्टेंट कि इसके बारे में हम खुल के बात करें। तो वरुण अपनी भी जो सिचुएशन उसके बारे में भी उतने खुल के बात करते हैं, उन चीज़ों को उन्होंने किताब में भी इसीलिए डाला है। सो आई थिंक दीज आर स्मॉल स्टेप्स टूवर्ड्स दैट काइंड ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग, एम्पैथी, शेयरिंग। तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। बट या इन सम ऑफ दिस ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटीज़ में जब हम सब कुछ दिखाना चाहते हैं कि सब ठीक ठाक है, हम इसके बारे में ना बात करें तो एज इफ वो गायब हो जाएगी चीज़। तो बात करने से ही इनफैक्ट चीज़ें ज़्यादा सामने आती हैं। मुझे सिक्योरली बोला गया है कि जो आज इवेंट है उसके बारे में ही बात करें तो ज़्यादा। मैं थोड़ा सा सिर्फ ये कहूँगी कि अभी मंटो फिल्म की बहुत ज़ोरों शोरों से तैयारी चल रही है। 15 मार्च से हम फ्लोर पे जा रहे हैं, इसलिए बहुत काम है। इसलिए मैं कह रही थी वरुण को कि मैं बहुत भाग दौड़ के सारा काम छोड़ के आई हूँ। इट्स अ वेरी बिग प्रोजेक्ट फॉर मी, क्योंकि पीरियड फिल्म है, 1940s को फिर से रिक्रिएट करना है, और ऐसे शहर में जहाँ इतना मॉडर्न क्लटर है। नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी इसके लीड हैं, पर हमारे पास बहुत सारे, आई हैव बीन वेरी फॉर्चुनेट कि बहुत जाने माने भी कलाकार इस फिल्म को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। छोटे छोटे रोल्स भी करने को तैयार है। ये सारे नाम आपको कुछ महीनों बाद आपके सामने आ जाएंगे, एंड आई होप यू ऑल वॉच द फिल्म।
बहुत अच्छा फिल्म। वन गो में फिल्म शूट करेंगे मैम आप? वन गो में या शेड्यूल्स में?
नहीं, एक तरह से हम एक इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म है, टिपिकल बॉलीवुड नाच गाने वाली फिल्म नहीं है। तो हमारा बजट तो बहुत टाइट है, इसलिए हम उसको 200 दिन नहीं खींच सकते। बहुत ही कम समय में और एफिशिएंटली शूट करने की कोशिश रहेगी। आप लोगों की दुआएं चाहिए। I can't tell you any more. Today the event is for this wonderful book and this wonderful author. So I don't want me or Manto to take away that attention. So thank you very much.
नंदिता मैम, जानना चाहूँगी, वैसे ये जो बुक है वो नेमलेस है, लेकिन क्या इसको बड़े पर्दे पर क्रिएट करना चाहेंगी अगर आपको मौका मिले तो?
देखिए, मेरा ये मानना है कि जब हर मीडियम का अपना मज़ा है। जब किताब आई आप उसको एंजॉय करिए। किताब पढ़ने का एक अपना एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है। जैसे मैं मंटो की बात करें तो मंटो की कहानियाँ अब इतनी पावरफुल हैं, कई बार तो डर लगता है कि आप उसको कैसे पर्दे पे लाएंगे, क्योंकि जो चीज़ किताब में तो आप बिल्कुल दिमाग के अंदर जा सकते हैं ना। विजुअल मीडियम तो एक तरह से फिर भी सब कुछ आपको दिखाना पड़ता है, बताना पड़ता है। एंड जो मैंने सुना है इसके बारे में, ऐसा लगता है इट्स अ वेरी इनर जर्नी स्टोरी। तो मुझे नहीं मालूम कि हर किताब ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप उसको फिल्मा सकें, और फिल्माना ज़रूरी भी नहीं है। कुछ किताबें पन्नों पे रहें और हमारे दिमाग में और दिलों में उतरे, ये ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।